The noon hour of Madness and Mayhem, the podcast.
This is the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem. What's happening, Peaches?
I should have posted on Reddit this past weekend because on Saturday we went to the Bill Murray home team and gang show at the Union. Wasn't there like some sort of serial farter at the show in Denver? No, there was some sort of band out there that we talked about previously.
Who was the band
where
that
there
had
was
the
a
serial farter?
But it wasn't like one show. It was like their entire tour, wasn't it? Or it might have been just one show, actually.
Hold on, serial farter metal.
It was alternative band,
show.
I thought.
Was it an alternative band?
Yeah, it was one of those like you would hear.
Haim.
Yeah, that's it, right? Is Haim an alternative band?
Yeah, they call them a pop rock band.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, Serial Farter at Haim concerts in late 2025 caused viral concern with attendees from Dallas to New York reporting a recurring pungent odor.
So, there was one serial farter at the Bill Murray show.
Yeah?
It was this family in front of me in Aubrie. This guy must have had Mas Frijoles before the show. It was like one of those things that would spray like, air freshener, one of those little machines. The guy was like that coming out of his butt every 10 minutes.
Wow.
But you couldn't hear it. You smelt it. And so what was funny is that we got so frustrated, not only by them, but also there was another person that goes, "Hey, can we stand in front of you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, go for it. Like, they're going to be blocked by me anyway." And sure enough, that guy starts jumping in front of me, jumping repeatedly. And with his hands in the air like this, just the entire time, jumping. So when the lights went off for the home team, I hate to say this, I'm like, "Aubrie, watch this." And I just shoulder the guy as hard as I could, right to the floor.
Oh, right to the floor, Peaches. Jeez.
And then he got up and just walked off because the pit was going on at the same time. So I'm like, "Oh, the pit must have got you, buddy. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't believe they pushed you over like that."
The best fart I ever saw at a show was by my friend Nick. I think have you met Nick? From
Appleton?
Boise? No,
I haven't met Nick from Boise.
Okay. Well, we were at Little People Wrestling.
Oh, nice.
At the Knitting Factory. And Nick ripped this fart, dude, that was, it was toxic, vile. And you could almost, visually see the fart because you could watch it travel through the crowd because of the disgusted looks on people's faces. It was just, you'd watch it go person to person to person. Oh, there! We were laughing so hard, dude.
The funniest part is that after that happened, so the whole Bill Murray recap is that we had the serial farter. We had the two people in front of us that were jumping. One of them was a whole lot worse than the other. He was jumping on my feet, jumping on Aubrey's feet. So I'm like, okay, I gotta do something. He was right there. Imagine someone just jumping right there, almost hitting your chin.
Yeah, that would be annoying.
So
would be very
deal with that.
irritating.
And then so Jeff down the hall, shout out to him. He's like, "I'm just going to make my way to the front during the Bill Murray set. No big deal." And so once the home team was done, you just hear, "All right, excuse me, pardon me, director coming through." And Jeff is just walking through the whole, splitting the crowd like Moses. And so I follow him like, "Aubrie, come with me." And then I push my way sort of to the left side of the pit with him. And that family with the farter apparently got really, really, really upset that I moved in front of them because I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the stage and Aubre's like, "Yeah, they're so mad behind us. They're making these faces and pointing at you." And I didn't even bother to turn around, but they ended up leaving. That whole family, they ended up moving to the other side.
Wow.
And the people behind them cheered.
Well, yeah, because they were dealing with the farts.
There was a guy he's had one of the coolest faces I've ever seen. You ever seen a brute shark in one of those, it was like Shark Tale?
Okay.
He looked like one of those dudes. He had a pretty big nose, and he was like, "Dude, I've been smelling them the entire night. Thank you so much for getting them to move." But the biggest MVP was this guy. I don't know where he was from. He had a really cool accent. I should have asked him. One of the night, he's like, "Excuse me, sir, could you please move to the right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course, no big deal." And for me doing that, he had a fan that he was just wafting on, like helping people cool down because it was so hot in that pit area. That guy helped me out so much because I was sweating there. Aubrie does not like mosh pits at all.
No?
She hates
She seems like she'd be way into mosh pits.
No, she was way overwhelmed, to say the least. And so I had to play like, oh, she's iShow Speed or one of these highfalutin streamers, and I had to be like her bodyguard. So she was to my right initially, and the pit opened up, obviously. I'm like, all right, here we go. And so I just grabbed her with one arm, sort of like threw her to my left, and protected her from the pit.
Good job, Peaches.
But then there was a guy next to me that just kept jumping again. Just kept jumping and jumping. So I'm like, Aubrie, watch this again. And so when the pit was happening, I just full on like I basically just moved him like one of those like football pads to the other side of the pit and then walked back, and he just gave me this dirty look the entire show.
All right, everybody. You think I'm bad at shows, everybody? Huh?
Well, it's one thing to have fun, but be mindful of like if you're stepping on somebody's foot.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I was pushed, because there was repeatedly stepping on my feet.
Oh,
and
geez.
also was annoying Aubrie, so I'm like, okay, well, you know what? There's a whole pit area right next to us. Just go there.
No, it's too hard, Peaches. Too hard to make the logical step.
I did help with the crowd surfers. That was fun. One guy told me to pick him up. I picked him up, and we got him to the front.
All right. Well, at least you did something nice.
Crowd surfing's fun. Crowd surfers are fun to just, toss.
Just chuck them.
Yeah, all right, here we go.
It's the noon hour of madness and mayhem. And Peaches and I are pre-recording this because right now we are sitting at the Eastern Idaho State Fair announcements, the grandstand big act announcements, which I guess a lot of people found out about yesterday.
Some people are still excited, though. Those who didn't receive the mail or heard us announce the lineup this morning, they're still very excited to see who's potentially coming.
Yes, so I think since... by now, it would have been announced, right? Maybe.
I'm guessing, yeah.
Maybe.
They said live stream on Facebook at 12:30.
12:30. Okay. Well, we might be a little bit early then, but we can just go ahead and let everybody know. Did they pull down all their posts?
No way. Did they block you? Did they block us for announcing their lineup?
No. Okay, I'm not blocked. For some reason, it just wasn't showing up on their feed. But where was that post from today?
Eastern
Dude, Facebook has been being so weird for me today. Yeah, like if I go to Eastern Idaho State Fair right now, the latest post it's showing me is from March 31st. So I'm just going to have to remember. Okay, now I refreshed and there it is. I'm just trying to bring up the picture of the mailer that somebody posted in the comments. Maybe they hid it. Maybe it's gone.
No, because the guy who runs the fair was commenting back saying, oops, the post office was excited also for this amazing lineup.
All right, the amazing lineup for this year's grandstand events at the Eastern Idaho State Fair. We've got Flow Rida. We got some Flow Rida in the system.
Of course we do. Throwback 103 exists.
Let's see here. We'll get some Flow Rida going in the back here for a party.
He hasn't released actually anything himself since 2015, but I was talking with Katie from Z103 about it, and he's done a lot of collaborations, and his last collaboration was last year.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, it's quite funny. I wonder if he's going to release anything because they go on tour, you release new music, or I don't know,
possibly. So aside from Flow Rida getting low, we got Fluffy coming back again, Gabriel Iglesias.
What if we're announcing this and somehow the lineup just changes last minute?
That would be funny. What if the mailer was a joke? They just decided, let's burn a bunch of money and we'll send out this announcement. And then at the last minute, we tell people, April Fools!
Yeah, Slayer announced 2 major shows today.
I saw that.
They could potentially be coming.
Slayer!
Are you guys ready to rain in blood?
Dude, that would be amazing. And then country artist Nate Smith. Nate Smith.
I have no idea who that is.
We play him on the Hawk. I can't remember the name of any of his songs.
They all have generic names. I feel like for the next contest, we should have, hey, name that real country artist.
Well, let's see if I recognize any of his songs.
We'll give it like three, what's it called? 3 different artists. You have to guess which one's correct.
All right, I remember Fix What You Didn't Break, Bulletproof, Yeah, I recognize both of those songs. So, or World on Fire. There you go. Your big fair announcements. Flo Rida, Gabriel Iglesias, and Nate Smith coming to the Eastern Idaho State Fair. The fair is running from September 4th through the 12th. So, yep, plenty of months to plan ahead and get ready to mow down corn dogs. If you want more information, funatthefair.com. It's the noon hour of madness and mayhem. All right.
Do you see my head here?
That button bar. I see. Yeah, I see your bald head.
No, do you see the cut?
No.
Oh.
I think the red light is hiding it. You cut the top of your head?
Did you see the video?
No.
On Facebook or Instagram I posted like 2 days ago? No?
I don't think so. I saw a video of, were you yapping in the studio?
No, it was me and Aubrie at our Airbnb.
I don't believe I saw that video, Peaches. Like I said, my Facebook
It has over
feed's been
2,000
weird.
views, so I'm just saying.
All right.
Pretty famous.
So, did you get the cutting of your head on the video?
No, so here's the thing. We booked this Airbnb for the Salt Lake City weekend, and the title did say 1920s basement. Obviously,
Okay.
obviously it's going to be very short.
Yes.
I didn't expect it to be that short. It was on the top of Capitol Hill in Salt Lake City. So we had to go to this old house. You go to their tiny little side basement door, make our way in. It was good for one night. The price was great. You know, I'm not blaming the listing, but oh my goodness, was it short. And there was one time in the middle of the night. No, it was in the morning. It was Sunday morning. I was tossing Aubrie her toothpaste back to her or something like that. And I make my way back to the bathroom, and that's when my head just hits. Oh, hits the. I'll show you a picture.
Yeah, you said on the main K-Bear page?
No, my page.
Oh, on your page. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good ding.
Yeah, it was stinging big time.
Just pour some lemon juice in it, Peaches.
Sure.
And a little bit of salt. Salt and lemon juice.
Aubrie was rubbing my head like a crystal ball with ointment.
Oh, let me fix you up, little Peaches. Come here.
I'm crying. I don't like this place.
Wrapping up this noon hour of madness and mayhem, I'm Victor Wilt.
I'm Peaches.
There was this post I pulled up that I was going to do on the morning show. I guess we could use it to wrap up the show.
Fine. Yeah.
So, people complaining.
No.
People sharing their favorite things that got completely ruined by becoming too popular. Man.
I'm going to say
Man.
it. Sleep token. I just don't understand the hype. I'm going to get canceled for saying I hate Sleep Token now. Look at me. I'm edgy.
All right, let's see what things got ruined by popularity. Is thrifting popular?
Oh, yeah. There's tons of people that make it like their whole personality. Like they'll like thrift their entire wedding. They'll get someone's like old wedding dress.
I mean, Becca and I went thrifting over the weekend, but people are complaining about the prices, I guess.
Yeah, because people were going into Goodwill, any kind of thrift store out there, buying stuff for real cheap and then reselling it for much more money on Amazon, eBay, etc., and trying to do that as a side hustle. I believe that Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, he was going to garage sales doing the exact same thing, talking about, I'm always in the business mindset.
I'm always in the business mindset. I mean, I guess I'm always looking for collectible books, but I didn't find any.
But you're also not selling them. You're keeping them to add to your library.
Yeah, I don't sell them. I've only sold a book one time and I regretted it. I did sell it so I could get a guitar, and it is my favorite guitar. But I wish I still had that book.
I did buy, the Bill Murray tickets because I saw that low ticket warning. I bought the tickets initially, and then our record rep friend was like, oh, okay, here you go. Here's your comp tickets. I'm like, well, great. I just spent this much money on it. So I sold those tickets back to Ticketmaster, but I didn't sell it for more money than what I paid for. I sold it for less because I'm like, you know what?
Good job,
I don't want to
Peaches.
ruin it for somebody else. They
That's
can buy
right.
these tickets for cheaper.
Heck yeah. Way to be a good dude. Let's see. Oh, were we talking about Airbnbs? Yeah, just a minute ago because you cracked your head in one. Airbnb definitely used to be way cheaper. Back in the day, it was awesome.
People were talking about, some guy was doing a whole video about it, about how people have ruined Airbnbs because of these parties and they're trying to get too many people into one place that's made for two. I felt bad because the one back in February for Bad Omens President and Beartooth. Kyle and Riley, Aubre's brother and his wife, came with us, and they stayed at our Airbnb that we booked for 2 people. And I was all paranoid. I'm like, what if the owner of the house sees us with 2 other people in here?
Give you a bad rating.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, I'm like, I got 6 5-star reviews. I don't take that lightly. I got to build these up.
Heck yeah, dude. I get it.
The worst part is they have to ask sometimes the owners for permission to book it.
Oh yeah, I've had that happen to me.
And we got declined the first time.
Why?
Because somebody booked it on another site that they didn't know about or something like that. But
all right, that makes sense. But yeah, like, what are they going to do? I don't like the look of his face.
Maybe. They could be like that.
We're not booking him.
Yeah, sure.
I don't like bald people. I don't like tall people. He looks tall.
And I do have my height in my profile.
Oh, you do?
You think that lady would have warned me about the basement?
Let's see. Other things ruined by popularity. I think this was always ruined. Climbing Mount Everest. It's got to suck. You can die.
Yeah, there's so many dead bodies still on that mountain because nobody can go grab them.
Yeah, you're climbing past garbage and dead bodies, potentially risking your own death, and then you take a selfie and you leave. Just go somewhere else.
And is the view all that great from the top of Mount Everest?
I don't know. I've seen pictures, but I guess it must not be that great because it doesn't stick with me. What do you see? A bunch of snow?
Yeah, a bunch of clouds,
dead bodies.
Let me Google search this real fast.
I'm gonna Google it too. View from Mount Everest.
Yeah, look at that crappy view.
Yeah, it's just
some dude with a bunch of snow around him.
Yeah, you can get those kind of views going to the top of a mountain around here.
I can go to Crest Creek in the wintertime.
There you go.
Take that picture.
You can take a tram almost all the way to the top of the Grand Teton. And the Grand Tetons are way cooler looking than Mount Everest. Yeah. All right, what else has gotten ruined by popularity? Where did my list go here? Podcasts.
Very true. We know a local podcast that doesn't need to exist.
Oh, yeah. We might be around them right now as we speak, as a matter of fact. Yeah, because anyone can do a podcast. And so people think they should. I
was thinking
it's kind of like being a politician. There's no rules, no education required.
And I think it was the latest episode, or the last episode where they talked about us.
Yeah.
The girl on the show is like, if I ever see Peaches in person, I'll give him a high five. I'm like, don't touch me. I almost commented that. I'm like, if I ever see you in person, I'll push you like the guy in the pit. It's just and push her away.
Yeah. Should be fun. I'm sure they'll be nice. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be nice.
That's how they are. That's how people are. Mm-hmm. They act nice to your face.
Yeah. Social media. Yeah, that got ruined a long time ago. Storm chasing.
There's a lot of people doing it now, as a matter of fact.
Are there?
The guy who's in charge of deathcore specialists. He loves to chase storms. He'll post pictures. My friend Hunter, he'll get off Discord randomly. Just be like, I gotta go chase this tornado.
All right, dude.
He lives somewhere. I think it's Terre Haute, Indiana or something like that.
Some terrible place.
Yeah, he loves it. He used to live in Alaska and he loved that.
I don't like the sun.
If you see him, you're like, yeah, this guy looks like he's part vampire, Dobby, Falmer from Skyrim kind of guy.
The noon hour of Madness and Mayhem is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.